Welcome to Walking with Will 2025. So, why don't you follow me?
It's 20 to 8 in Pontevedra. This is day 11, and as you can see, the stalls are being set up for the big festival, and over here we've got some big joints of stuff. Look, a whole cow there on the a whole cow on the spit there. Fantastic. It makes me feel a little bit sick. I got to find my way now down back onto the Camino. I'm hoping that my bag's going to get collected, but you can tell it's chaos is about to reign. But I know if I go down to the river, I'll get across and I'll get out Pontevedra that way. So let's go and see what we can do. It's a bit of a maze, Pontevedra, in the old parts, and I'm gradually finding my way back onto the Camino. I know that it's once you get to it, it's fairly well waymarked, but it's just finding your way. I think a couple of blocks over and I'll be back on it. There's literally stalls and stands all over the place. It must be huge when it gets going here. I know there's some of the people I was walking with yesterday are here for 2 days. I think they're gonna really enjoy it. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And here. Fantastic sunrise this morning. So let's hope that it's not. What's that, red sky in the morning? Sailor take warning? But thankfully not a sailor. Yep, just about light now. It's starting to bump into people. Just bumped into the Brazilian lady who stayed at Fernandes. Somebody keep bumping into, but and I bumped into Christopher again yesterday. It's funny how, I know we're all going the same way, but it's funny how you do bump into the same people over and over again. Found a coffee shop open. Not busy in here, but that's all right. So chocolate croissant and a large coffee with milk. That will do nicely. That will set me up, and it means I won't get to where I'm going quite so early. So I won't be waiting around quite so long to get into my accommodation. All works out. Coffee and croissant, and I'm all set up now. Being on the old spectrum means I do get certain things that seem to trigger me unnaturally, and one of the things, particularly on the Camino, that seems to really make me want to stab somebody is people with sticks, and the click 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 of the stick hitting the pavement or whatever. It just seems to do something to me, and I'm gonna film it. There's a guy in front who's picked up some branch and is using it. Oh, I don't know why, but it's hitting the pavement in such a way it's making me go like that. Now the good news is he's broken the end on it. He's not making a noise now, which is probably just as well for his well-being. Yep, weather-wise, yep. Well, a bit cold for the locals. I mean, got my usual outfit on, so that's just one layer. But it's 16, 17 degrees already. And then what I can't understand is so many people who walk in, they've got like 3 layers on. Often a waterproof thing on top, and you think, wow, what the hell? Where did they come from? Do they all live in the Sahara Desert and this feels cold to them? But if you're not careful, you're constantly taking stuff on and off. It's better to be a bit chilly to start off with, and then not have to take your rucksack off, take your coat off. So, it's pretty weather's as good as it has been for walking. You don't want it too hot, so I'm okay. But it is funny to see how some people seem to pile all the clothes on first thing in the morning. Yeah. And now you can see that Stick Boy is now carrying the stick. He's not using it to walk with. So maybe he got the vibes. But why carry a stick? Why carry a stick? Use it or don't use it. If you're not using it, why carry it? I don't understand. And this is the current state of play. As you can see, it's absolutely rammed. You might be able to hear behind me as well the sound of a distant Bob Seger track with a very loud bass guitar. That's because the guy was playing the bass guitar live and dishing out stamps. So you see it all here, you see it all. In the countryside, well and truly, there's still vineyards as ever. Traffic's over there, as you can see up there in front. There's still hordes of pilgrims here. That's like an organised group. I think might be like the Scouts or the equivalent. Weather it is clouding over a bit now, but that's okay for walking. You can see a bit cloudy. No rain forecast, but I have got my poncho should I so require. But yeah, it's very busy. Yeah, you see along both sides of the road here is the fennel. You can actually smell the aniseed. Something must have got crushed or something. Yeah. It could be dill, but probably fennel. This is the general lie of the land, and that in front there is Veronica, who I've been walking with, and there, thank you Veronica. And we're going to stop in a minute, I think, for a coffee and maybe even a cake, who knows. And getting near the home stretch now. Sun's out, it's getting warm. Probably warmer than I thought it was going to be. Probably about half an hour to Caldas de Reis. And then I'll find somewhere nice and cool to sit and have a drink. And here we are, Caldas de Reis, the town where kings come to get their feet washed. Yes, it is. Caldas means spa, king spa, and there's a legend about somebody getting their, I don't know, ask the locals. I'm glad I only one brief stop, and I'm glad because it is getting quite warm now. It wasn't supposed to get quite this warm, it's supposed to be cloudier, but as I'm just about at the destination, it's all worked out okay, but I could do with a drink and to sit in some shade for a while. And I'm waiting to check in. And if you're a king and you want your feet washed, this is where you come. And if you want to bring your mates, there's where you have to go. Get your feet in there. Lovely. That's got to be the biggest bougainvillea I've ever seen. Look at that, it's a monster.